You guys went 14 of 16 from the line, and Giannis went 14 of 24.
Look, man, it's the oldest. I just did it the other day, right? Like I can sit here and go through what all of you guys already know. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put my name on the quote. You saw it. It's not fair. Book has 3 free throws, I think, if I'm reading this right. I think. Yeah, he's got 3 free throws. And Drew Holiday is one of the most physical defenders in the game. He has 3. Giannis has 24 free throws. It's ridiculous. There's no other way to put it. It's just our guys are fight. DA can't play. You know, when a guy just runs into you the whole game, it's like we've dealt with this so many times with this team. And credit to him, he saw the way the game was being called. He kept doing it. But that's hard to swallow when one guy had, and this has happened a number of times when we played them. And so for me, it's like it's hard to tell our guys to keep their level of poise because that's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? And they beat us, make no mistake about it. But that's a hard one to swallow, and it's happened too many times.
Beyond the free throws, what do you feel like defensively you guys, when it
We had a couple of situations out of a timeout where we gave up corner threes. Those were like back-breaking plays. And then I think there was a corner 3, and then we had a delay of game after a missed layup, and that compounded it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, our guys fought. You know, we didn't have our shots falling for us early. I know we shot a low percentage in the first quarter, but we stayed with it. And then in the third, we came out and Book got going, and we started playing more downhill. And it was our style of basketball. Campaign gave us a great lift. Jock gave us a great lift. And it's good for us. You know, without Kevin, that's a championship quality team. They've won a title. They play a certain style, and they played it the whole game. I thought we got a little tired down the stretch. I played Book way too many minutes, but we needed his offense the whole game.
Coach, with Corey, did he lose a tooth and then he was limping near the end?
Well, he's played the game with a sore foot. His heel was sore, and then when I put him back in the second half, he was just too stiff, and that's how he got the foul on Lopez. I'm not quite sure if he lost a tooth or not. I didn't get an official update on that, but again, I mean, he gets cracked right in the mouth. You know, I talk to the officials all the time. I'm like, how do I tell my guys to guard that? You know what I mean? We have a right to defend, and it's hard when guys, if you get to a spot and a guy runs into you, I don't know what else to tell our guys.
With the foul trouble with DA, did it feel like that kind of took him out of the rhythm?
A little bit, because his float game was going tonight. Then, you know, I had to sit him, and you know, I trust our guys when they have 3 to not pick up 4, when they have 4, you know, and there's been times where it's worked. There's been a couple of times where it hasn't. That's totally on me for leaving him in and picking up that 5th one. But sitting that long probably hurt his rhythm a little bit because he had a nice pocket game going. He was making his floater tonight.
You mentioned Book. How difficult is it to balance his workload when you need his scoring out there?
Well, it is a challenge when we don't have shot making. Tonight we were just cold from, you know, other guys. We didn't have other guys making shots consistently. And the ball didn't pop in the first half. I thought it popped a lot better in the second half, especially in the third, but it does put a lot on his shoulders. But I thought Campaign came in and took some of that load off of him. He played downhill. He knocked down a few big shots from range, and so that helped a little bit.
Especially with how deep Lopez gets in that drop, how are you trying to balance the spacing tonight?
It's his drop on defense.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tougher because they're giving you the shot DA got. That's what they want. They're one of the best at taking away threes, especially corner threes. I think they're number 1. We're like 6 or something like that. So again, that's their identity, and Lopez is the best at it. You know, he just sits in the paint and waits for the guy to come to him, and they don't mind giving up that pocket shot.
Coach, that's 2 games in a row you guys have been almost doubled up on threes as well, you know, not just the free throw part. After putting up 44 against the Kings, what can you attribute to that, on not getting those 3 points?
Well, it's their scheme. I mean, if you look at Milwaukee over the course of the season, like that's what they typically do. They give you the pocket and they just go steal out. So you have to get your threes in transition for the most part, or off the dribble off that first screen. And that's typically how Golden State does it. We don't do it with Chris that much. Now, Book can do it. Cam can do it. He can come off of a pick and roll and knock down a shot. But for the most part, that it's a product of how they play. You know, they're going to give you the pocket. And if you can knock down enough of those and take away theirs, you have a chance. But I thought we did a decent job of taking away some of their threes. We gave up threes out of ATOs just on, you know, broken plays where we didn't see the guy float behind us, and we gave up corner threes. But for the most part, and then Ingles hits a couple. He hits one coming off of a pick and roll. Those are the ones that we have to take to get that number up against their defense.
Late in the fourth quarter, Jock and Cam had really going guts at the momentum in a 1-point game. What was the strategy behind taking them out of the game at that time?
We always finish with Chris. That's how we've done it since we've been here. And I had to get DA back in there, one, to give us some defense, and two, to see if he could score some.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.